Shelby Neal, Amy Gordon get past the half.
Classic last year. And when we guys talked to our athlete check-in, a lot of attention has gone to the reinvigoration of Scott Hanchik. Well, the byproduct of that too is he trains with Lisa Gotten every single day. She works at his affiliate. He has kind of mentored her as she's come up in the sport. So as Scott is starting to flourish again as an individual, he is right there with him in lockstep in her own development as well.
The Fee said she had to drag Scott through all six of these events to practice them. And Scott was saying, man, I don't know if I want to do all of them. But Fee was like, no, we're doing them all. And that was well practice coming into this.
And that was the best part. You know, sometimes it's the end of the game, right? Fee is a young, hungry athlete. Has that fire, maybe a little overzealous sometimes when it comes to attacking and preparing. Scott Hanchik, the grizzled veteran, you know, maybe saying pump the brakes, but in this instance, you know, they can help each other, pulling each other outside of their comfort zones.
Shannon Laurie in lane 10, she's an emergency communications operator at Kent County Sheriff's Department for a year and a half. She's also the sheriff's deputy for 2 years. And when the military opened interviewing females, she enlisted in the Army and commissioned through Officer Candidate School in April of 2017. She was the first female honor graduate from the Infantry Basic Officer Leader Course in August of 2017, and she won the 2021 occupational games in the female law enforcement officer division. And look at the hands in the areas. She is one of two athletes who are on the final stages of this initial 900-meter walk.
3, 2, 1.
Lane 5, coming out of the 3-point trailer. She was the first one to go way back to the ring. And she will complete 18 ring muscle ups before moving on to 36 wall shots. And Shannon Laurie is right behind her in 7th place.
And Danielle Dunlap making an early mistake. She thought she had moved the wall balls right away. Actually got a rep in.
She will not be able to count that towards the total,
unfortunately.
Now they're happy to go back to the ring. Danielle Dunlap coming in 13th place overall, 166 total points, 18 points back with Kat Willow for 9th place. 9th place is the last spot for the last chance all-night qualifier.
And one of the things I was watching towards the end of the last heat, as fatigue starts to set in and athlete's technique on the muscle ups start to break down. A lot of these athletes early on, it's become kind of a standard practice. You kip up, and as your legs return from that initial kip up, you use that momentum, that upswing, to be the kind of pseudo kip for the dip portion of the muscle up. But as you start to get tired, being able to hang there in that dip portion for a split second, let your legs swing back around a second time, utilize that for a more traditional kip is a nice tool to have in your back pocket.
Nicole Gibson work in lane 7 is on her set of 18 ring muscle ups. 11th place overall coming into the event. 9 points back with Kat Willow for 9th place. Number 9th place, once again, the final spot for the last chance all-out qualifier. Spots 6 through 9 for the trip for the last chance all-out qualifier. Spots 1 through 5 for directly to the CrossFit Games. And Nicole Gibson work is on to her set of 36 wall balls, 25 wall balls, and now the target.
Remember, this semifinal particular for the win gets the next because we have athletes that were displaced due to COVID travel restrictions. So athletes like Emma Chapman, Carla Henriette, Tia Tartuni, all couldn't travel to their originally sorted semifinal due to restrictions. So as a result, CrossFit's added an additional spot for the last year's qualifier just in case to make sure these athletes have better opportunity to compete.
They got done that in lane 5 for the first win to the wings. And now is the leader on the wall balls.
3,
We're back to 70 on lane 3. That's a piece of that in lane 4. They're also on the wall balls. Fisa Gaffey is trying to gain ground on women who are all competing in the next heat.
And that's the tough part without the resort in between events Sagaki has moved up into the top 10, but she'll have to wait till the end of the day for them to adjust the lane assignment. So right now, she's competing with the understanding that all the heavy hitters in the final lead are coming after her. She's going to have to, put a significant effort in here in spite of that. And if there's one thing that I think she can kind of keep in her back pocket is the fact that in the previous heat, Emma Chapman didn't lead at any point until the end, was able to build steam as this event moved along.
Nicole Gibson-Berg is the first woman done with the first portion of this event. Now she begins her 2 rounds of a 450-meter run, the 9-ring muscle ups, and the 18 wall shots. Danielle Dunlap is moving her chest piece, and she is in second place. These are 2 women who are very much in contention for a spot inside the top 9. 27-minute time gap on this event.
These sections, because it is the same amount of work, we hope that at least early on you get a little bit ahead of that 9-minute pace per section because you're going to have added transitions in with each section. The first athletes were to the runner around the 8-minute mark, so a little bit of an edge so far.
Nicole Gibson-Berg is working on her 450-meter run. We mentioned that last year's online qualifier. She comes in 11th place overall. 175 place, 9 points back of Kat Willow, who is sitting right now in 9th place overall. Gibson-Berg and Danielle Dunlap. Top to run at the same time back to the wings where they will do their first of 2 sets of 9 ring muscle ups.
And in the first portion, this is where Gibson-Berg took over. Much more comfortable on the reins. Nice strong pull, catching a little bit higher. Ripped off bigger chunks.
Points to the winner of this event. The top 2 athletes on the screen, Nicole Gibson-Berg on the right and Danielle Dunlap on the left. Gibson-Berg getting set to finish up their first 450-meter run here in part 2.
And Gibson-Berg unbroken on the set of 9. First athlete we saw do that. None of the athletes were able to maintain an unbroken set in the previous heat, so already we're seeing some of these women a little bit more aggressive in attacking this event.
And Danielle Dunlap on the left of your screen as well. She's in second place. I think we'll see the length of the time. Shannon Lori winning her last ring. Russelli is there as well, and Fisagapi is now returning.
Fisagapi just jogged to the rig. That kind of leads me to believe she's been laying low, kind of playing foil a little bit here, but she has the energy to jog back to the rig, knowing that she's going to rip these muscle ups. Muscle ups are a strength for her. It's an area where she's going to be able to pick up some ground as this event moves along. So maybe she's purposely been slowing down on the runner, knowing she's going to empty the gas tank a little bit later on.
The South Carolina gets it working their way back to the water. But Fisagapi, we mentioned 7th place overall. Is Kingston. They are all in the next heat. But she has to be mindful of the women in this heat because at 204 points, she doesn't have a ton of breathing room between herself and a lot of the women in this heat who are chasing her down.
And she came down despite looking perfectly comfortable in those muscle-ups. Maybe a strategic break there. Would like to maybe see her take a chance and try to go on broke a little bit earlier in this event, considering that she's still chasing 3 athletes in this heat.
These are your heat leaders right now. Nicole Gibson-Berg is on the right, and Danielle Dunlap is on the left. They are on their second and final 450-meter run here in part 2 of this event. And we are more than halfway to the 27-minute time cap. About over 13 minutes remaining before we hit that. 450-meter on water once again with a 9 more ring muscle ups and 18 wall shots. Rebecca Russelli on the left of lane 3. She is in 3rd place in this heat. Fisagapi on the left side. You see her running back and moving her chest piece. She has just finished up her first set of 18 wall balls, and she is in 4th place in this heat. Fuselier, a two-time PH competitor, she's closest to the camera. She was 10 in 2017 in the 16 to 17 world division and finished 9th in 2016.
This seems like we're getting to that stage until as far as the evolution of the sport, we're seeing more and more teenage athletes starting to make the jump over to the individual side oxy area. They'll advertise in their immediate jump to the top of the women's division.
Nicole Gibson works judges hand winning the air just ahead of Danielle Dunlap. They continue to be the top two women in this second of three heats. After this, it's back to the rig for the final set of 9-ring muscle ups and the one final set of 18 wall ball shots. And that is in the part 3. Dunlap and Dunn at the same time, and Dunlap, who did not advance her chest piece the last time, has to do with that one. Well, Gibson Burke is chopping up on the right side and getting set for those 9-ring muscle ups.
Gibson Burke went unbroken on that first set.
She's through 5. It has yet to come down. That's 6. And then Dunlap finally dropping out the rings. 2 to go for the Gibson Burke. And unbroken on that second set of 9. And now back to the 20-pound wall ball for 18 shots at that 9-foot target. We are in the second portion of this event, following inception, the 2 rounds of the 450-meter true form run, the 9-ring muscle up and the 18 wall balls. And we're not moving around the 3 rounds of the 300-meter true form, 6-ring muscle up and 12 wall balls.
I really like this format. I like starting to deconstruct the total amount of work that you have to do at the beginning. One of the things it does, it keeps the cadence high. Because they're shorter chunks on the runner, shorter sets on the muscle up, shorter sets on the wall balls, you can afford to go unbroken, and it's more to keep the pace and the cadence high on the runner as well. You don't see it more so, the cadence of your feet. Actually, works good running posture, good running technique.
Nicole Gibson works the judge's hand is in the air. And now, Danielle Dunlap, judge's hand is in the air. The two of them stay neck and neck here throughout most of this heat. Now we're back to Fuselier. It's back. And I think Fusagabi may have gotten to the trainer before Rebecca. So Sagabi could be in third place right now behind the focus and Brooke, who is in the orange top. She's back at the rig, chopping her hands. Danielle Dunlap in the middle of the screen is walking back to the rig. 6-ring muscle ups, and then on to the wall ball for 12.
It's about this time there in the previous heat, we saw Emma Chapman start to make a move. Could be a very similar story for Fusagabi. She starts to pick up the pace a little bit.
Broken again for the Nicole Gibson Burke on the rings. Left one wall ball shots. 6.5 minutes to go before we get the 27-minute time clock. We've yet to see an athlete complete all the work inside the 27-minute time clock. Danielle Dunlap, meanwhile, has done the first set of ring muscle ups, and she's moving the wall balls. Nicole Gibson Burke is done with her first of 3 rounds in this final portion. And it's back to the true form trainer.
3, 2,
Danielle Dunlap. With her first round, and she will join Nicole Gibson Burke. Fusagabi is off the trainer, and she's working her way back sets, complete 6 reps, then 12 wall shots. For your top 3, Lisa got you on the left, Nicole Gibson Work on the right side, she is your leader. And Danielle Dunlap on that third second, she is in second place, 5 minutes to go.
For Sagami, every point matters because she's on the bubble right now. We saw a few athletes make it back to the runner in the third round of the 3-round portion of this test. And heat number 1, plus you have all of the heavy hitters in the final heat, so there's no letting up there. She was pacing this to pick it up. Right now is when she needs to start to empty the tank and put her foot on the gas pedal.
Meanwhile, the judge's hand for Nicole Gibson Burke is in the air. She is getting set to finish up her second 300-meter run. And Lisa Gapi working her way back to the crew form trainer. Now solidly in third place in this heat. Danielle Dunlap, who's going to hit that and Nicole Gibson Burke. Gibson Burke is done with her second 300-meter run and now back to the ring for 6 more ring muscle ups. She has gone unbroken on her last 3 sets. Danielle Dunlap, she has finished with her second 300-meter run. Dunlap now just hopping out on the rings to start her second set of 6, and Nicole Gibson Burke has gone back to the wall ball for 12 reps. And the middle rep is starting off with Nicole Gibson Burke on the right side. And then Dunlap is done with her 6 ring muscle ups, so she will be back to the wall ball. Nicole Gibson Burke trying to get the first win to finish all of this work inside the 27-minute time count. And we are inside 3 minutes to go. And Nicole Gibson Burke heads back to the treadmill for the final time, 300 meters left on that. Danielle Dunlap still in second place, and it's Lisa Gapi who was in third.
She's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit if Nicole Gibson Burke wants to finish. We're looking at 9 minutes around. Well, for a 3-round workout, that breaks down to 3 minutes around. Now that we're inside 3 minutes and she's just starting the final round, she was slowed off the pace just a tad. She's going to have to pick it up here on this round.
And she is already ahead of Emma Chapman and Leah Irons from the prior heat. They got back to the treadmill for their third and final 300-meter run at about the same time. You have to assume that Nicole Gibson Burke is going to finish and then move back to the race. She will have the new mark to beat even if she does not finish this event. Danielle Dunlap was returned to the true ball trainer on the left side of the screen, still in second place as he has been for most of this event. As Lisa Gapi is working through her 6 ring muscle ups for 1-4, and that's Gapi moving back to the wall ball trying to hang on the third place in this heat. Less than 3 to go.
This is another great finish for Nicole Gibson Burke. Remember we talked before this.
Top line, the Sagapi is just trying not to see too much ground to the women chasing her for one of those spots in the last chance online qualifier. There was Nicole Gibson Burke and Danielle Dunlap early on who turned this into a 2-person race.
Yeah, and smooth and steady throughout the walls. Never let up any distance on the runner. And one of the highlights of her all event long was how strong she was in the muscle. Look how high she catches for each one of those reps. Even at the end of the event, when she's racing against the clock, she's able to hop up and grip that final set of 6 unbroken. For an athlete like Nicole Gibson Burke, trying to get inside of that top 9, winning your heat, setting the top times so far, top score so far, going into the final heat to close out today. You can check off the box. She did her job. Now it's just a waiting game.
Nicole Gibson Burke gets through 5 wall balls in the final round in the third portion, and she has the new mark the beat. Still, no one has completed this event inside the 27-minute time cap. The final heat for the women coming up next. One heat remains for the women to close out their competition here in day number 2 of the Mid-Atlantic Crossing Challenge. Thank you so much for being with us, everybody. Sean Woodley, the Tommy Marquez out of the roof, Nikki Glazer down on the floor. And we go from a sprint earlier in the day to a long event here. There's Amanda Parnell who just edged out Tia Toomey in the play.
Yeah, coming out on the left, Chris Finney for 2 points day 1. Amanda Parnell, you don't say this often, tracked down Tia Toomey in the back half of the workout, slowly pulling into a dead heat with her going to the final few rounds. And in the final round of Grinnell, a new CrossFit benchmark, she takes over the lead, doesn't relinquish it, cycling that barbell, she's so strong, and empties the tank in the final few burpees to get her first event win of the weekend at a much needed 100 points.
Overall standings for the women after 3 events, it's Tia Toomey on top of the overall leaderboard. Brooke Wells is flying up to second, followed by Haley Adams, Amanda Barnhart, and Christine Colbrand are tied with 240 points. Jessica Griffin, 28 points back to Colbrand for that 5th and final qualification spot for CrossFit Games. And then Sagabi, Clark, and Gorilla were the women who came into this event with a spot for the last chance online qualifier. Event number 4, the longest event of the competition, is Inception.
Yeah, I love this breakdown, Sean. 1 round, 900 meters on the true form run, 18 ring muscle, 36 wall balls with a heavy wall ball through 9 title for these women. And we did the same amount of work, but split into 2 rounds, and then the same amount of work again, but just broken out into 3 rounds. So a nice little way of splitting up the same amount of work in 3 different variations.
Top 10 athletes on the floor. Tia Toomey right in the middle. She's your overall leader. And we are underway. And we begin with the 900 meters on the true form trailer. Brooke Wells, second place overall, 264 total points. She's 20 points up of Haley Adams, who sits in 3rd, and 24 points back of Tia Toomey for the overall leader. Yeah, Brooke Wells, extremely consistent. We haven't really talked about her very much because she hasn't had one of those first or second place finishes. But 6-3 so far her event finishes, and has put her into 2nd place. And I think this is a really important event for her. One of the things that has kind of plagued her across her career is high ring muscle. If you go back to 2018, just a few years ago, 30 muscles for time, her worst finish of the weekend, 38th place. And I know it's something she's been working on. When you're part of that group of territory Toomey, you're not going to let something like ring muscle slow you down. Caprillo is in lane number 9, and she is in 9th place overall coming into this event with 184 total points. She's 56 back of Christine Colbrand for 5th place, but she's hanging on to that final ticket to the last chance online qualifier. She was only 8 points up on Richard Rodriguez for that final spot.
Yeah, she's only 11 points ahead of 12th place coming into this event, Emily DeFeo. So the as we saw her cheering session just a second ago, especially because Nicole Gibson-Burke, one of the athletes close behind her in the previous heat, just set the marquee.
We still have yet to see a woman complete all of this work inside the 27-minute attack gap, and I think that woman has a really good shot at doing it.
You look at the two biggest factors in this event, it's the running and the muscle-ups. Tina is excellent at both, winning at the highest level, events like run, swim, run, or the Madison Triathlon, significant chunks of running. She won those both at the games. You go back to that same 30 muscle-ups per time, she was second at the games. The well-roundedness of Tina really gets to shine here because you have a lot of structural movement like running, you have the gymnastics.